Hello friends. On behalf of Streamline Controls, I welcome you all to video service. Today in this video, we will have a look at how injection molding machine wiring is done with Optima product. In this, all wiring terminals are behind the MMI. You can see that on screen. First, we will have a look at how wiring of thermocouple sensor is done. The one you are watching on screen is thermocouple input section. Here you can fit 8 thermocouple sensor ranging from TH1 and TH8. There are two types of thermocouple sensors. That is J and K type, which can be fitted in this PLC. Similar to the one shown in wiring drawing. In the first zone TH1 plus and TH1 minus. Two wires are connected to the thermocouple sensors. Millivolt emits according to the temperature of the temperature zone of the thermocouple sensor. This calculation is done in the PLC and correspondingly the temperature is shown in the PLC. You can see the sensing temperature of the thermocouple sensor in the temperature zone 1 inside the PLC. So in this way you can wiring the same number of thermocouple sensors according to the temperature zone of the machine. Now we will see how wiring is done in the digital/PWM output section, in which it has first output as PWM output. In the drawing, the wiring of the valve proportional to the pressure of the machine is shown. Wiring like that, the ampere meter will show how much current is passing through the valve. Another type of wiring is also shown in the drawing. If the coil resistance of the proportional valve is more than 24 ohms. So we have to do that type of wiring as shown in the drawing. In SL204D card. On terminals with 24 volt DC input out of 24 volt SMPS. Do not make any connection at the terminal with 40 volt out DC. The wire that comes out of the terminal with P+ will go through the series of ampere meters from valve to P-. And the wire that comes out of the signal terminal will go to PWM output 1. That is, this card amplifies the PWM1 output and gives it to the valve. Why we need this card, we will understand it by example. For example, wiring of a 40 ohm valve if done without using this card. And if the PWM output from the PLC is on, then that 24 volt pulse will be given to the 40 ohm valve. So according to Ohm's law, the current of the valve will go up to 0.6 ampere. That is, this valve needs a 40 volt pulse to go to 1 ampere. So this SL204 card shown in the drawing will convert 24 volt pulse to 40 volt pulse. Here the load capacity of all outputs is up to 1 ampere. Now how we wiring in the digital output section. They will see. In this you can wiring 20 or 21 digital output. Like solenoid valve, SSR, relay, and contactor. Wiring can operate from whichever 24 volts is operated. Whenever the output from the PLC is on, then the negative volt will come out at the output terminal. So its other end will be positive 24 volt. That is, the common positive of each output will be 24 volts. What you can see in wiring. So like this you can function output. Like injection, sec back, carriage forward, carriage backward, ejector forward, ejector backward, and wiring for the same can be done. Now we will see how wiring is done in the digital input section. In this you can wiring 11 or 12 digital inputs. Common negative voltage will remain in the input section. For example, the limit switch in the drawing is shown and wiring of the NPN proximity sensor. Thus you can also wiring the front guard, back guard. And you can also wiring other inputs. Now PLC will be given power as shown in drawing from 24 volt SMPS. Programming sequence code is according to the configuration of the machine. They are named as input and output according to the code. As an example, the output number of mold open or close is 7 and 8. So mold open and close wiring of the solenoid valve is in the output section of that number. So this was the Optima product wiring. For more information, call our customer care helpline mobile number as follows: 93288086665 or 93288086669. Thank you.